What's up? Today I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about product research, everything that I taught my students that get results like this in my Discord as well. Today I just decided to give it all away. And your ability of how long you can watch this video without clicking off, without checking the comments, whatever, just tells me how successful you're going to be. Product research is the one thing which most beginners think they struggle the most with, right? However, it's very, very easy to blame something that is not in your control, because if we assume that product research is something we should develop, it's a gut feeling, it's an intuition, this is myth number one, right? Then obviously it's very easy to blame that. Okay, so a lot of people, a lot of Discord start, talking about, oh, I'm really good at making ads, I'm really good at marketing, I'm really good at, building offers in stores and everything, I'm really good at media buying, but I just suck at product research. That's why I don't make money. And that's cap. That's bullshit. If you don't make money, right, in any business model, the skill that you lack is marketing. It's whatever product you take, it just depends on who do you show it to? Do you understand the people that you're showing it to? How are you showing it to them? How often are you showing it to them? And all these variables. And they differ a lot for every single product that you sell. And so when it comes to product research, I try to look at things in terms of a scale, right? In a scale of how easy is it to sell. Let's say that this here is easy, right? Super easy to sell. This here is super hard to sell. Right? Most people are looking for price. Like there's an area within this scale right here, which, exactly that winning product thing where people just upload some ads into their ads managers and on day one they get like a 10 ROAS, right? This is only this little thing here though. Right? And you need to understand that all this entire scale, every product is sellable. It just comes down to how much do you actually need to put in terms of money and time and effort into your marketing. How many creative tests will it take until your product and your store is profitable? And that's it. And so the question that you need to be asking yourself is, how can I move away from this here? Because as simple, like this sounds good, right? This sounds great. You just upload something into your ad account and it works. But the thing is, it's very difficult to find a product like this, which is not a rep, which is not some illegal shit, which is not some bullshit. And so you need to understand a couple of things here. Most people that lack the skill of marketing will shift away to products that are extremely easy to sell. In fact, they sell themselves. And so we're talking about reps, we're talking about clothing items, right? All these products don't require or barely require any marketing effort. Why? Because those products kind of sell themselves in terms of, do people either like the design or do they not? And that's it. And that will make or break the entire purchase decision, right? So you, as the founder of the brand, are less involved than with a completely boring looking product. However, you need to understand that since e-com is a super competitive market, which you already know, everyone, and especially the beginners, are going to try to sell the easy to sell products, the sell themselves products, right? Everyone tries to sell the clothing products because that's what they can do. And you don't lack the skill of product research. The only thing you lack is marketing. Right? And imagine you start right here. Imagine you start at a super hard to sell product. Yes, it will take you longer and everything, but once you make it work, you will have the skill down. You will know what exactly to do to make a super boring, terrible, shitty product into a winner. Right? And you will have barely any competition. The more boring your product is at the end of the day, the easier it will be long term to stay ahead of the entire market, because the harder it will be for other people to copy your entire thing, right? And it's the exact opposite of what the gurus tell you. Look for products that already have a lot of content out there. Well, try to look for products that have no content out there. You need to source and film it yourself, all of it, right? That's just an idea which you could do. Obviously, as a beginner, if you don't want to invest that much money into your e-com brand and just want to get some cash flow up, I get that you're probably going to also position yourself right here in the easier to sell products. However, long term, that's not where you want to be at forever. right? And this is exactly the problem why people have one or two winners also and then never again, because they have had a rep or a whatever product that worked once, and then they got complacent and they thought they were on the top of the world, and then they failed, and now they can't do it again because there wasn't a lot of marketing involved in the first place. Right? And I'd much rather not make money for a very long period of time, but actually figure out the marketing part with a super terrible product than to just make some quick cash with a easy to sell itself product. Okay? And product research, and believe me, whoever's watching, it's nothing, has nothing to do with any secret, any information that you're missing. There's no secret criteria. There's no secret strategy. I'm saying that because I know that there's YouTubers out there who exactly try to sell you that thing. There's no method. There's no tool that will make you money. Yes, there are more tools there are tools that are better than others. However, for every single person out there, every single tool performs differently, even though they see the same products. Why? Because it's not about what tool you use. It's about what products you scroll past and what products you click on. If the perfect 10 out of 10 marketer and a complete beginner were to do product research on the same tool for an hour, right? Same tool, same filters, everything the same, they would have completely different products that they clicked on. And it's just based off of your experience. It's just how easy to sell. That's it. That's how good your product is. And only a fraction, like I just said, only a fraction of this little scale, of this little, of this spectrum is the winning product thing, where on day one test, you're immediately profitable and everything works and you just scale to the moon with it immediately. Right? However, that's for most dropshippers, that's the reality. They test like 30, 40 products, one of them hits, right? And then they just keep scaling that up, and then they don't find a winner for another 30 products. Right? Even if that one is problem solving and looks boring, it's not the way to go. Imagine you had the ability of looking at a product and knowing exactly what it would take to make that work. Right? Imagine you look at a product and you say, okay, well, it's probably going to take me, 3 to 4 rounds of creative testing until I really have a couple things in my ad account that work. And then I need to split test offers, and I need to have an upsell funnel, and I need to have this, to then I'm profitable. Right? That's much more realistic for most products out there. Because realistically, if you have one of these quick money, quick in your ad account, everything works products, everyone else has those too. If it was easy for you, what makes you think that other people will not copy you? Of course they will. Like if you have something on your ads manager which has a 10 ROAS, the next day there's going to be 100 people who have the same 10 ROAS as you. There's nothing that sets you apart from them. And yes, it makes you money. You think it's the right thing to do. Even after watching this video, you will probably think, okay, this will be the right thing to do because it makes me money. But it's not. Because you haven't just made this money. You have never made this kind of money right here, where no one can copy you for 3 to 6 months. You've never made that. And if they do copy you, they probably rip your ads, and you can just sue them into the ground or just threaten them with a lawyer, right? This is what, you could do all those things, and it works exceptionally well. Okay? I'm speaking from experience. So you need to understand a couple things here in terms of product research, right? Obviously, there are some criteria that I look for that make this spectrum easier and harder to sell, kind of more realistic. And so the first thing that I'll look for is that the product has extremely high sales demand. That just means that the product is working for other people. I never ever try to be the first one selling a product. I've never done that, and I never will. Because, of course, it works. If you're the very first person to sell a product, then yes, that could work, obviously. But that's just such a hard position to be in. Because if in the beginning, your only advantage is that you're the first one, and then let's say 6 months forward, you have 100 competitors because you made it work. Yes, you have the advantage of, okay, I made this work, blah, blah. But likely you're going to struggle a lot to stay alive, right? However, if you make a super tapped, saturated product work because of your marketing, even though it's hard to sell, then you're going to stay ahead of everyone else because you know exactly why your ads worked. You know exactly how to, even if your ads are being ripped, how to make new ones. And you keep being the first one that uploads the new good ads into their ad account because everyone else just rips or just makes some terrible ads, right? And they all don't have the skill. So I would recommend, if you don't make money right now with ecom, be right here. Choose to not make money for a longer period. I know it sounds ridiculous. Choose to not make money for a longer period of time and actually focus on super hard to sell products, because that will teach you the skills. You're here right now to learn. Right now you're in a learning phase. You're not an expert yet. You're not here to earn. You're here to learn. It's very two different things, right? The thing is, like, people get into ecom and they expect to see results within a month, within 2 months. But the thing is, realistically, it's going to take you at least 6 months, at very least, okay, to even see the first profits. Let's say 12. For some people, it might take 2 years to see results. And it's completely okay. Some people take longer to learn certain things, right? And you can't expect it differently because, like, realistically, you've been learning French in school for 4 years. You can barely speak 2 sentences. Why? What makes you think that 2 weeks of ecom will make you a millionaire? Like, it is really like that. It's a skill. Everything in ecom, everything in business comes down to leverage. Outworking people doesn't mean working longer hours than people. Outworking people means you work with higher leverage. You get more for each time of doing 1 hour of work. It's as simple as that. And you can increase that by your skill set, by the people that you work with, okay? All of these things are leverage, but you just got to improve it. And being in here as a beginner, obviously, yes, you delay your gratification, but you'll learn all the necessary skills the hard way. You'll learn it yourself, and then you will have the skills of doing it again and again. If you learn in this area right here, which is the hard to sell area, then it will be easy for you once you make it to replicate it again and again and again as often as you want, right? And if you're here, you're always going to chase the next winner because they're never going to last, because everyone's like super easy to rip you. Your products sell themselves. There's no marketing involved. And let's say you are unlucky and you don't find a winner for the next 500 products. What do you make your money with? What do you pay your rent with? It's a very bad position to be in, even if you make good money short term. But you have to switch from short term thinking to long term. And that's what's going to make you a lot of money in the long run. I've seen it again and again. A lot of people have had 1 or 2 or even 3 winners, and then they stop. And then they stop. And then they say product research is so hard, man. Oh, you tried this new tool. Have you tried that tool? It's all the same tools. It's all the same. You don't need any of these tools. Give me a random bullshit product, and then I'm going to tell you how you can market it. Like, look at this. I have a white monster here. Like, look at the marketing of Monster, the influencer marketing. You know, I think they're running paid ads, everything. Break it down. Why does a stupid energy drink, why does it sell, right? Not because they just uploaded 5 creatives into their Facebook ads manager and TikTok ads manager, and then they hope that it has a 5 ROAS day one. Not because of that. Let me tell you that. Not because of that. Or any product, your phone, your computer, the camera that I'm filming with, right? Headphones, the bed, whatever. Look around. Everything is there for a purpose. You bought it or someone else bought it for you. Like, right? So it's like, would you say your desk is a winning product? No? Why? Why not? They sold you. They probably sold 100,000 other people. Let's say it's from IKEA. Why does IKEA work so well? Where they have a brand, right? They moved away from that direct response thing, and they actually run brand awareness ads. You know them. But it's also for brands that have less of this brand awareness. Let's say for dropshipping stores, why do some of them with super boring products, like, it's contradictory. If you think that this area, this section of, super easy to sell products, if that's what you're chasing after, why are there stores, if you go to weather.com and scroll down to the native ads section where it says sponsored and there's like these bullshit, very salesy ads, why are people still selling barefoot shoes and making millions of dollars a month? Why are people that do that and pull that off? Ask yourself, why are people making money with water bottles? Why are people making money with boring health-related problem solvers? right? With back massagers, right? You would think, oh no, it's terrible, it's tapped, it's whatever. No, you just got to figure it out to be better than the competition. And yes, it is harder to sell, but if you learn the skills by trying to sell it, then you will be exponentially ahead of everyone else. And this is product research. This is what product research is about, right? And you don't need a certain AI tool to use to do your product research. You don't need a certain product research tool or software or website to do that. You just need yourself and your brain and your time and your effort, maybe other people that you leverage, up to you. And you just need to put in the reps, and then you get better. It's just like in the gym. If you do a bicep curl and then rest, it gets stronger. Your bicep gets bigger. It's just like with product research. You test a product, it fails. You figure out why exactly it failed. You make a fucking 20-page Google Doc why your product failed, and then you never make those mistakes again. And this is ecom. This is business. This is life. Like Alex Ramosi said, he emailed himself like every single mistake that he ever made. He emailed it to himself for like 10 years straight. Why aren't you doing that? Or why didn't you journal or whatever helps you do that? Just figure out a way of giving yourself feedback, right? Because if you never learn from anything, that's the definition of insanity, to make the same mistakes again and again, not learning from them. And ecom, every single business is just like if you have a math test, right? It sucks in the beginning, you don't understand it at all, and then you start figuring it out, and then you figure it out, but you're still not good at it, because guess what? You're still not seeing results. You still can't solve the problem, even if you understood it once. You have to repeat it again and again and again and again. You have to practice it, and then if you practice the last couple days, weeks, you have the momentum, you have obviously figured it out, then the test comes, then you will be good at the test, right? But if you just understood it once before the test, still not going to make money. This is why people with one winners just never have another winner, right? Because they essentially get complacent and they think they figured it out. They think it's enough. And then they don't work like they used to. They don't put in the same amount of effort and work that they put in back in the days, as if they had 0 winners. But this is how you need to keep working. Guess what? Still, after 20 winners, you need to work like that, or you're going to lose momentum, because markets constantly change. And so that's pretty much all for this video, right? And if you're still here, then respect. You're going to make money. If you actually apply this, obviously, I know I'm not trying to make false promises, but yeah, that's what's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for giving me your time and your attention, and I wish you a beautiful day.